Today, we're going to grade Kuroko Basketball, The Last Game, movie for this series. We're going to give this movie a grade. We're going to do it at A through L, plus and minus and do count. But before we do that, we got to review it. And on today's episode of Movie Breakdowns, we're going to hop into it. But before we're going to do that, you got to let you know what Movie Breakdowns is. A movie review series. We look at new and old movies, give it a grade, A through L, plus and minus and do count. And if the review you want me to do, let me know. Please put in the comment section below, and I'll get to the best I can. Also at Patreon.com/Ali Zakka for $2 a month. Get the cut in front of everybody and get your review out way before it come out on Facebook and YouTube. And go bring a guest back here. T-Ray is back. Tyler Phoenix is back. Another episode here to grade this movie. Now, what is 2017's Kuroko Basketball, The Last Game is about? Well, a bunch of guys from America comes over and they challenge a basketball team to a street basketball game and completely demolish them. So the high schoolers of Kuroko High School has to come out. It's a high school, right? It's the name of the high school?
Middle school.
Huh?
It's middle school.
It's the middle school.
It's middle school.
The middle schoolers?
Is it middle school? Hold up. Is it middle school? Or they just mentioned middle school? Is it high school or is it middle school?
They was like 18, bro. 16. Yeah, so 16. They're high school.
Okay, why they mention middle school in here?
I don't know. Okay. But that's the name of the high school, right? Yeah. This is our first time watching this movie, yeah. But anyway, the main top 5 guys of the high school get together on a power team, like a dream team, to defeat the Americans who are known as the Jabberwock. That is the gist of this movie. It is a 90-minute basketball movie anime. That's what it is.
With 2 games in it.
Yes, with 2 games in the first game's within the first 20 minutes, not even maybe 15 minutes. Like it is there, and then it moves on. It's the good things. Animation at certain times is really fluid. Like it is really nice.
It's action packed for basketball. Yeah, it's action packed basketball.
Yes, it's an action packed basketball movie. We watched the dub, by the way. We didn't watch the sub. Sorry for those of y'all like, oh, you're not watching. No, we watched dub, and let me tell you, the gems are in this movie. I never watched the series, so I have no context of this movie before watching it. It was on Netflix. We were trying to figure out who the characters was, and we was like, no, let's throw it on.
We just tapped in.
And bing. It was something, because one of the worst things in anime, a big trope, it's not a worst thing, is that like people don't look their age. We had a guy who is, what was he, 18?
No, they're like, that's what I'm saying, they're like 16. Like they're like 16 years old and they're like
look like 25 and 30-year-old.
Like super jacked dudes. I mean, these guys, it's like Baki. You ever see Baki? It's like, why are these guys like 400 pound all muscle?
Or Jotaro from JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
He was like 7 feet tall, 285 pounds.
Only like 15 years old. Like pretty much the same thing. So we were watching, it was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Wrestler bodies.
And then, so you have the Jabberwocks, who the American team, who has like the 2 main characters, which is Nash Gold Jr. and Jason Silvers, who are like their 2 main guys. They pretty much demolished the team. So all the main characters from the show has to step up and like, we're going to defend this school's honor and defend Japan's honor.
Like a dream team, like an all-star game. Mm-hmm. It's like an all-star game, basically.
And the club scene is probably the most craziest thing. Cause one, they're in a club, which they're all underage. But
wait, can I make an interjection real quick? Yeah. There's only like 3 settings in this. It's the first game. Yep. The club.
Yep.
The last game. The court. Is it. Court. So that's it. Continue.
And funny. The dialogue during this line, and it is.
It's the funniest part of the whole movie. It's just amazing.
The dialogue is I want to say 4 kids, but not bad 4 kids. It's
super cringy because this is Japan is trying to emulate American behavior, and so it's you're on an Eastern perspective, and you're saying, what would a Westerner say in this, or how would they trash talk or something?
You better call your mommies, because you're going to shit your ass.
It comes on. He said, you better bring your diapers and you gonna be shitting yourself.
Shitting yourself, that's what it is. And you're like,
but not just that, they always use like monkey as a derogatory phrase. And I don't know if this is a Japan thing, because Frieza says it all the time. I thought it was just because they were Saiyans. Apparently not.
Yeah, apparently, like
that's a thing.
It is really like they use it over and over again. Like they just want to make you hate Americans so much in this movie. Like for the bad guys on Americans, you're like, I mean, I like these dudes.
They're not necessarily bad guys, but they're assholes. You know what I'm saying? They're jerks. They're punks.
The character development.
They're mean.
I don't know if there's not even character development. They just play a game. But the character personality in this movie definitely stands out. Like when Jason Silver, who's like this big buff dude who just, I can't be beat. I'm the almighty me.
He's like Shaq.
Yeah.
Like dominates everybody.
By the way, he dominated the first half of the game. Like, and then it just disappears. That's nothing. So, should we get into the negatives of it? Or do you want to talk about some good points real quick?
Well, okay, all right. So good points real quick. The animation was nice when on the characters that we're talking about. So if you're looking for like some action-packed Dragon Ball Z style basketball, I mean, that's what it is. It's straight anime style basketball. So that's lit.
Oh, like you have the hand fighting over who gonna slam the ball.
Yeah, it's super theatrical in that regard. The dialogue is trash, but here's what's funny. I always tell Ollie this. I like animes that can make me laugh. So if you're making me laugh, it's a part of the charm. So you get a half point for making me laugh, but you also get a negative half point for ass dialogue. So there you go. All right. So, but I think, but I do like the humor. I do like the fact that it can make me laugh. I like the some of the scenes. I like the fact that it makes you interested in basketball.
It does.
They make basketball fun.
Because I actually want to watch the show now. I actually want this did make me interested in. I want to watch the show.
It's better than regular basketball. They make basketball fun. They animate it up, so that's cool. But other than that, it's you got. I mean, that's really all it is.
Yeah. But then so the negatives, like there's just stuff with one. It's very telegraph. You know what's about to happen. Like there's a guy who's like. He goes Yu-Gi-Oh! in this movie. Like he does the whole Emperor's Eye and go Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I'm taking over. And
it's tropey.
Yeah, it's very tropey.
It's like everything is straight. Let's do the check box. Let's check it off. Okay. Villain that dominates the half point. The Thanos. Okay, check.
Yep.
Okay, we gotta have the behind the back victory.
Yep.
Check.
Go in the zone. They're in the zone.
Right.
Copycat.
Let's save all our abilities to the half end of the game, where now we start randomly doing the WWE thing where we've been beaten up the whole time, but we somehow are gonna win the
Which is storytelling. Like it's the ride of up and down storytelling.
It's so bad though because they do too much gap in here. What they gotta do is they gotta do some back and forth.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough back and forth. Jason Silver's like dominates like almost where they can't score. They can't win. He's locking everybody up. It's like, bro, how you come back 50, 60 points? Like that's a lot, bro. That's a lot.
But then like the good guys get the upper hand and then the bad guy's like, well, you have the same eyes that I do. Billy all eyes. Oh my gosh, his eyes are like me. And then oh, by the way, the Emperor music that plays is really cool. I do like that scene. It has some good music there. But then, oh, by the way, the reason why we can't beat him because we're separate. We need to become together and fuse. And once we become whole, they will dominate. And that's what happened. They become whole. And then apparently Jason Silver just takes himself out the game. And the rest of the team takes themselves out the game. And it's Nash Gold Jr. versus the
entire team.
Vorpalsaurus team.
See, and that kind of goes back to the what I was saying earlier with the passing the kind of attention around.
Yeah.
It was like all the team members versus Jason Silver's. You see the other guys a little bit. Mm-hmm. Then he goes away and it's like, I get it, you don't want to focus just on him. But it's like, y'all gotta go back and forth with it.
But Jason Silver's back and forth. Jason Silver's still in the game. That's the thing.
I know.
And they didn't.
Everybody else in the game too. Yeah. Apparently Nick, Zakka, and Alan are in the game. Those are the other members they don't talk about.
But like, they didn't neutralize Jason at all. Like, no. he didn't get taken. Like, even when he broke what's his name's arm,
it's like he's just over there letting Nash do his thing. Yeah,
they didn't like bench him or nothing. He just sat there and he's just like
the cameraman's not looking at him.
The writers definitely forgot. It was like, where are Jason Silver's?
We're not focused on him right now.
Yeah,
because that's what it should have been.
Because they know they put him in there.
Right.
There's no way that Vorpalsaurus would have been winning that fight.
Because they were all jumping him. The one guy at the end. Like, okay, so Jason didn't pop up from the back and help his mans. Nobody on his team.
Go! You got this.
But yeah, like the negatives, dialogue for sure. Yep. As far as how cringy it can be. how by the book and typical the storyline goes, and kind of how the tropes are played. It's a very checkboxy.
There's no really villain empathy in this movie. Like, you're not gonna watch this movie and be like, I side with the good guy, with the bad guys. No, you're just like, you hate them, and this is just pure villain versus good guy, and the good guys that come over and rise to the top of the end.
And there's, like you said, there's not really any character growth. It's more so like it's almost like an all-star game. It's almost like a dream matchup. Is you just want to see? It's like you just want to see your guy beat.
Right.
It's like Goku versus Saitama. If you're on Saitama, you don't really care about anything else. You just want to see the fight. You want to see him win. That's what it is.
Right.
There's no character growth. There's no lesson to be learned here. They try to throw it in there a little bit on the good guys team.
Yeah. Oh, what's his name? The purple dude.
A couple of guys.
Where like, oh, I actually should work hard now because I can never face anybody. Here I am. Now, what is
I need to trust in myself. I need to be more assertive. Like, they throw a little bit of what are those little coach tidbits in there? Oh yeah, let's talk about coach.
Which the background characters and like coach, they definitely just there. You have Captain Obvious, who always says, and the coaches look angry no matter what happened. He had the same facial expression.
You're gonna have to do something to get out of this spot. It's not looking good for our team. Come on, guys. And that's all the emotion you're getting out of it.
Finally cracks at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah,
when he's like drinking, getting drunk, and he's actually happy and like
that doesn't count. But after the game.
But during the game, he literally just to say like they literally did not draw him any other way but one facial. One facial. Yeah, it is something.
Man, I don't even think Jabberwocks even had a coach. They didn't even show a coach.
No,
they just let the Americans do what they do. They just ran up in there and did all kinds of illegal. So by the way, where are the fouls in this show? There was no fouls. There was no fouling, and it was all fouling in this show. I mean, it was like, bro, it was like straight bodying people off the rim. You know what I mean? Like, right. You can't do that. Like, it's definitely an anime basketball show.
It really is. All right, let's go ahead and get into cast and characters and all that good stuff. So I'm trying to look for the name of the high school. I feel like the name of the high school is not Kuroko, not Kokoro. I keep saying that. Kuroko's high school, Kuroko, but it's not. It's Generation Miracles, Teen. What's the name of the high school?
See, they didn't really say that too much in the movie. Like,
yeah.
They really want you. They really assume that you've already watched the series here,
which is fair because the fourth movie. Like normally people don't just jump into a fourth movie of something. Like imagine I watched the Avengers.
That's the thing, though. It's almost like I think anime movies are the most grievous offenders of this. Is that they do not do any kind of like general setup,
right?
Like. You know, like even if you've watched like an Avengers movie or something, they give some generalizations to things to kind of catch some people up a little bit of something.
So this movie is based off the manga and anime of Kuroko basketball, and the movie came out in 2017. Let's just go ahead and hop into the cast. I don't know who the author is, but I'll probably do the series review of it. I just do the author then. But the cast here, we have. And which is crazy because two of these characters look exactly the same to me, and it bothered me watching this whole thing. I could not figure out who was who.
Were those the two people doing the copy thing?
No, it ain't the copy thing. It was Akashi. He looked similar to me, and
they all had the same build though.
And Kagami and Akashi, they both had red hair. And the time when they're walking next to each other, you're like, who is who? But then you find out that Kagami is the one who has the zone, and he can go to the zone, and like he's the dude who's from America, and then he's going back to the end of the movie. He's gonna go back to America,
right.
So like he's from America, came to Japan. He's like, I'm gonna go to the NBA. So he was the main character, and then Akashi, he's the guy who is the Emperor's Eye. So he's like the Yu-Gi-Oh character who can tap into his other side, and
only at the half point of the game though.
Yes. And then people are like, oh, he's doing the thing. Like everybody else knows about this techniques. And then what's natural, like, you're like me. Kuroko, he is, well, I guess what the movie or the show is named after. He's the main character who wasn't even on the court as much, really.
But he was there. He's just always behind everybody.
But he wasn't on the court. He wasn't on the court at one point.
They subbed him in for somebody.
But he's the main character of the show. He got subbed in for.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched the show, so I don't know. But
Muraka
yeah, because he was getting bodied. He couldn't body.
Asushi.
Atsushi.
I'm just short this dude's name.
He was because he was the big man in the show. And he was trying to be big man on campus, but Jason Silvers was overpowering him, so he pretty much was getting outclassed in every way. He had to sit down. Coach said, "Hey, take 5."
And then Kisei, he is the copycat guy, so he can copycat. It's like these guys all have abilities. They play off each other. They do things, and it's cool to watch the abilities happen. But the one dude who irks my soul more than anything is Shintaro.
Yeah.
Because he can do 3-point shooter. Like, he's like, "Today's my lucky day. I'm in the zone. He's like, I have my lucky thing." And he's also a Capricorn or something like that. He's like, it's the moon of Capricorn. He's like, "I will not miss." And then he just...
I'm sure that is not all you needed to make that shot.
I mean, the physics was not even... Like, he jumps in the air, already mid-jump, and then the dude just, like, throw the basketball, like, he's moving forward, but then, like, throws behind his back and he's moving forward. Like, that's not how physics works. Like, you're moving forward. You can't, like, just mid...
No.
And it goes
court
up.
shot.
It shoots up. Dude catches it in midair and then shoots it, like, from...
Full court shot.
Like, I would get hit into him like every time.
But that's my whole problem with this show, with the movie. Maybe it's with the show. I don't know how it works in the show, but like, just when are they using this stuff? Because sometimes it looks like they're just playing regular basketball, and then it's like, oh shoot, he's doing the perfect copy. He's doing the Emperor's Eye. He's shooting full court shots. It's like, bro, you could have scored 55 points doing that.
I would literally just like, we know you put to start the game all like, if we can come onto the court, I just might make a basket. I would literally sit there, have him sit at the corner, pass to him, and just
bro, why is every other player they're not just screening for him and then make a block?
He made a corner shot from the other side of the court. I don't think you understand how hard that is. He made a corner shot from the other side of the court. He made the basket is here. He made a shot from over here.
What about the phantom fadeaway alley oops? The ones that come out of nowhere. Fade away. Dude did instant transmission and hit a fadeaway, bro. Imagine that scene on when Goku was fighting Cell. He did the warp command man wave. Instead, he dunked on a dude. He's up there.
And then the other two characters, Jason Silvers and Nash Go, who are just both... They're both the same character. They literally both just jackasses. And the only thing different is that Nash can have the belly all eyes, so he can see past, present, and future of everything, including his teammates. And Jason Silver's just a big man who can't be.
He's Shaq. That's all he is.
That's all he was.
He was a big dude.
But yet, like, the writing for him, like, there's the second half, like, yo, Jason, sit down. We'll be fine.
Jason Silvers is Luke Cage playing basketball.
Mm-hmm. Anything else want to add to these characters? Because that's pretty much the gist of it.
I mean, there's not much to them as far as what the movie portrays. I mean, you have some characters, they show that their powers kind of play into their personality a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Like Asushi. Like how he's the Shikamaru of the group. He's like, yeah, I really want to do this. What a drag. He's like, oh, finally a true opponent. Not gonna play to the level I should be able to play with. Yeah. Like, all right,
he's got to be amped.
Yeah, the whole time he was there playing against somebody serious, so he wasn't amped at all.
He has to be pushed to that point.
Mm-hmm.
You got the two brother dudes on the team. They copying each other.
They're not brothers.
No, I know. I said they have a brother like relationship. They copy each other's moves and stuff. And then you got dude who's he's super shy and lethargic. So he's like a ghost when it comes
Kuroko.
he's like a mystery. He's a ghost on the court. You don't see him until it's too late. He pops up.
How did he?
Like you don't notice him.
They say it every time. How did he get there?
It's
Where did he get there? Where he come from?
We don't notice him in regular conversation. We don't notice him on the court. It's like, okay.
And then also Akashi, when he keeps saying the whole like, my words are absolute. When he turns to Emperor, I am absolute. My rule is absolute. Right. You should not oppose me. Like,
he's so awkward, dude. He's the most awkward person. I'm so sorry. He's the most awkward person on the team.
Right.
Everybody else is like a normal player. Everybody's doing their thing, and then this dude's like spitting out rhetoric. Like he's like, my word is bond. Follow me.
But that's pretty much the crew. Any last thoughts? Music. The music was. There's certain like really.
Movie, man.
It didn't stand out to me until like.
What was it supposed to be?
When he did the Emperor's, he did it when they played. They're playing like the Emperor, like
they played anime music there.
Yeah, like the power up music. I was like, oh my god!
I can only imagine what were they gonna play? Black Betty? What were they gonna play during the past?
Like, they had like the Latin music, like the Death Note kind of soundtrack. I was like, okay, I'm feeling this.
You wanted some more hard rock? I don't know what to play because basketball. First off, basketball music always agitates me in real life. Sports music agitates because it's the same CD they pass around. I swear to God. So, what would they have played? What would you? What would we think? What would they would have played? What could you have done?
I don't know, like, but there's like so tunes that have like iconic soundtracks. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho.
But look at how. But they have a theme usually.
Yeah, Demon Slayer.
You got Dragon Ball Z is kind of like
Hero.
that rock music, that kind of hard rock. Mm-hmm. You got like a Cowboy Bebop that has that bebop. It's got that jazz.
Yeah.
My favorite soundtrack is you ever seen Air Gear?
Yeah, Air Gear
has that very like cool jazz mixed with the hard rock. They do the back and forth between that. Music would have helped.
Yeah, music would have helped. Like besides that one scene when Wesley turned the Emperor Hockey on, Emperor Hockey. That's pretty much what it was. And that's the Latin music started playing. Like even One Piece, One Piece had the same soundtrack for the last 20 years. Their soundtrack has not changed, but it's still like you hear a One Piece soundtrack, it's One Piece. Like,
but they don't need to change it. There's those shonen animes have those set tracks that this is the situation music. Mm-hmm. This is the inquisitive music. Mm-hmm. This is the battle music. This is the turn up music. This is the we're getting beat up music.
Like this movie didn't really have that, but maybe the show might be better.
We gotta watch the show.
Yeah. All right. Animation beside the crowd, the background, so it was hit or miss. But when they put like the techniques in there and start doing stuff like you're like, okay. Like, as a matter of fact, there was one animation where like Silver like jumped up and like it zoomed in on his face and his arm and everything.
Oh yeah.
It was point in time. I was like,
it was good animation.
I got some goosebumps. Like,
they paid for it. They paid for it.
All right, is this a Friday night movie?
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
Nah. All right. Grading time. Kuroko basketball. The last game. What would you grade this movie?
For me, I give it like a 6.57. That's where I'm at with it.
6.57. So
I'm like
D plus. C
I feel like a D
minus.
Like a C minus.
A C minus. 70%.
It's a good movie. It's a decent movie. It's a decent watch.
It's a fun. Yes, it was fun. Like it did its job. It got me entertained. I'm gonna go with a C. Just
I might
a 75%
if you watch the show.
Yeah, I'm going to 75% because as far as anime movies go, like it's not beating Studio Ghibli. It's not beating like the top anime movies.
It's not beating any typical anime movie.
No, like
it's a sports movie. What are you gonna do?
But like Your Name and like movies like that are really top notch. Like this movie, like it's fun to watch. It's cool. It's just like at the same time the dialogue wasn't the best. Like I know it's dubbed, but still like there's good dubs out there. So the fact that he did some cheesy lines in this was really messed up. Or like the tropes was just it's the same tropes you've seen in everything else. Nothing about this movie. Nothing about this movie besides the way they move with the basketball will stand out for me.
I say this. It did do the job as getting me interested to watch the show.
Yes.
So if you want to, I gotta give, I gotta give it above average just on the fact that you're doing what you're setting out to do, especially you've made me interested. You know what I mean? I do want to go watch the show now.
Yeah.
I think it was a fun movie. But yeah, like you said.
So IMDb gives this movie a 7.7 out of 10. That is a C plus.
People like it.
And then my anime list give it an 8.1 out of 10, which is a B minus. So that's where they sit at on this movie.
Doing too much with all that.
You're stuck at a.
Yeah, like if on a number scale, it'd be about 6.57 for me because that dialogue
a C minus, C minus, and then I'm going with a C, solid C, 75%. The dialogue, and then the fact like there's certain characters like some animation don't move as well, but then when you put animation in, it's great. But the tropes, the storyline, you've seen it in everything else. Like you watch Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll see the same trope. You'll watch Pokemon, you see the same trope. Nothing about this really changed as far as sports anime goes. The same tropes are there. a villain that comes up, disrespects somebody else. The good guy rises up like, you don't disrespect us, and then you get the good back and forth.
It's really for one kind of demographics. Like it's if you like anime and you like basketball. Yep. If you like basketball, it's just basketball. You may not jive. Yeah. If you just like anime, you may not jive because of it doesn't take it to the Demon Slayer. They ain't taking it to One Piece. They're not going that crazy.
Right.
But at the same time,
it did its job.
It's also unrealistic.
Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdown. If you seen Kuroko's Basketball The Last Game, what did you think? Please put in the comment section below. See you guys next episode of Movie Breakdowns, and keep being awesome. And Tyreek, thank you for coming on.
Hey, you better bring your diapers, but when you did in your hair.
Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really appreciate that. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If there's a review you want me to watch or do, let me know. Please put it in the comment section below this video. Also, you want to watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns, it's right there. Just gotta click on it and you'll be able to watch it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Love y'all, and keep being awesome.